Hey guys, we got to talk about Kendrick Lamar and the girl who said the N-word multiple times in his show. Was he wrong for stopping her, and was she wrong for saying it? I'm going to talk about it in this episode. I'm going to lose subscribers on this one. Stay tuned. Peace and blessings, fam. My name is SG1 from the Grammy Award winning team, The Peacemakers. And if you are looking for information that you're trying to find out as far as being a better music producer, you want to learn the music business tips and or secrets of the music millionaires or industry elite, then make sure you subscribe to this channel because we give you that information and much more. Actually, much more than you really bargained for. So make sure you subscribe and click the bell notification so that you're notified when we put out more videos. Now, this particular video I'm going to broadcast, and I'm broadcasting actually live right now, but I will be rebroadcasting it later on, and I will be editing it and putting in more visual images for you guys later on so that you can see what we were talking about, when it comes to talking about the Kendrick Lamar situation. However, what I'll also be doing is I'll be taking calls from you guys, which I will later put inside my podcast because this is a very sensitive subject and a very touchy subject. And I really think that it's something that needs to be addressed when it comes to music creation, songwriting, and the responsibility of musicians as a whole. So, stay tuned, guys. I'll be chiming in very shortly and giving you my views about basically how I feel about this whole thing. Again, this is a very touchy topic, you know what I mean, because we've worked with Kendrick Lamar and all of that, so it's real sensitive as a situation. All right, but before we get started, definitely want to start giving my shout outs to all those starting to come into the channel. Dope Entertainment, what's up, brother? Appreciate you, man, for chiming in. And everyone else that comes in. If I don't get a chance to speak with you or talk to you as you come in, I'll definitely give you shout outs at a later time and date. But the subject at hand right now is Kendrick Lamar, okay? And please forgive me, I'm gonna be going back and forth. I'm gonna be going back and forth, from the channel to here. But here's the thing, guys. I'm a songwriter, all right? That's our passion, songwriting and producing. And I really want you guys to hear me out. If you unsubscribe, so be it. But I gotta be truthful with you. As a songwriter, there's a level of responsibility we have. And as an entertainer, you have even more responsibility. And here's my whole thing right now in the world that we live in. We have a world that we are right now racially divided, and we shouldn't be, okay? But because we are in a bad situation right now as a world, trying to find a middle place, if you understand what I'm saying, we're trying to come together as a world, as a race of humans. I think the responsibility to from our musicians and artists is that of creating a common area that we can all agree with. And basically what I'm saying is, Kendrick Lamar was wrong. He was completely wrong, 100%, for one reason. And it's twofold, okay? This is a twofold situation. One, you write lyrics that use the word in, okay? And you know that most of your fan base is a multi-racial, multi-ethnic fan base, all right? And when you know this, your responsibility becomes to write music that is universally appealing to your audience. And let me explain something to you. Kendrick Lamar ain't no slack on lyrics, bro. We work with, these guys. And if we have to rewrite a song 100 times to get the sound, and forgive the train that's going by, but if we have to write a song 100 times just to change one word, we will. Dre used to have us come in the studio. We write a song, it's dope, it's agreed, everyone's agreeing with it, and have to come back and write one word, and change it because he listened to it and he didn't want that. And so what I'm saying is, when you have a multi-ethnic fan base, your responsibility is to not put your fans in an awkward situation and or in jeopardy, okay? And so the second part of this is he was responsible, all right? He was responsible for one simple reason. You called her up on stage to sing a song that you knew had the N-word in it. Come on, Kendrick. Come on, dude, really? Come on, man. And that's the thing that I'm saying he is responsible for, okay? And every other musician is responsible for, because you understand the demographics of your audience, your fan base, all right? Why would you call this woman on stage and put her in that bad situation and possibly could have lost her life? Literally, she could have lost her life if someone had really took that to heart that she was saying the N-word, all right? However, she had a level of responsibility as well, because once she knew what song was going, he was asking her to recite and partake in, she could have easily came up to him and say, listen, I don't even know how to avoid the words that are in this song that I know will have a problem with. I know there's going to be someone. She could have, common sense would have told her, if not the entire fan base or the entire audience, one person might have found offense to what she said. She had a responsibility. And for those who don't know, the show happened at the Hangout Music Festival. It was a white woman named by Delaney who was brought up by Kendrick Lamar as a fan to come on stage and I think rap along with him the lyrics of Mad City, okay? And if you haven't heard about it, that's what happened. The problem is, again, the controversy that came behind it. Everybody wanting to bash this girl about it. Everyone wants to really jump on her about, you know, what was said. And that's the thing, man. You know, that's the thing that is chiming in. But I want to know how you guys feel, man. And I'm checking out one of the comments now. As a white songwriter, I've never felt right changing another artist's lyrics. The division in this country is getting worse by the day, and it's heartbreaking. Exactly. That's my point, man. That is my point. That it's supposed to be getting better and it's getting worse. And I'm not going to blame it necessarily on the millennials, you guys who are either my age or younger. It's still being promoted by a lot of the good old boys, and then the you know, pro-black arenas and the pro-black organizations. But as musicians, as artists, and thank you, Crazy in Lover, I think in Crazy in Love, check 91. Thank you for that statement. Our responsibilities as songwriters is to think about the audience. And here's my next thing, you know, here's my next thing. There was a situation, I think, where it was either 21 Savage, and you guys can correct me later on, but 21 Savage or someone else, I think, in that same festival, had his white fans say the N-word and didn't care, right? You know, and so now I'm like, wow, you are now, it's crazy, guys, it's crazy, man, because like myself, I'm in a position that I love all of you, man. I don't give a damn about your skin tone, your color, none of that, because we are a multi-ethnic tribe. We're a multi-ethnic tribe. And so I have white cousins, I have black cousins, I have, of course, Native American cousins because of our multi-ethnicity. And so for me, you know, I have to see it for what it is. As a songwriter, I know for a fact we could have just changed the lyrics. So my thing is, guys, what do you think, man? Do you think Kendrick was wrong for what he did? Do you think it was another way to do it? Do you think it was even well thought out? And the problem that I really have, man, because I'm really one of his biggest fans, man. The problem I have is he's too conscious, he's awoke to not understand that aspect of it. And that's the thing that bothers me the most. Like, when you are an artist and you are in their position, like the Dr. Dre's, like Dre is real calculated, okay? He's real calculated. He try to stay away from negativity and all these different things that could diminish his brand. But when you are an artist like Kendrick Lamar and you have hundreds of millions of fans throughout the world, you think about every action and the response you're going to get. You get what I'm saying? You think about how this is going to play out. And again, I'm disappointed as his fan, as his brother, as his big brother, you know, that he did this that way, that he chose to bring this woman on stage with this particular song that had those particular lyrics in it, and then chastise her for saying what was in the song, which is what he brought her up there for. I'm so disappointed in that. I'm so disappointed in anyone who jumps on this woman for her performance and what she did. Because if you ask me to come up, all right, if you ask me to come up and say something, if you ask me to recite the lyrics no matter what ethnicity it is, and you know that it's offensive for me to say it, let's stop right there. It's within our nature to recite anything that we are taught as children. We've been programmed as children to recite the Pledge of Allegiance, even though in America, the Pledge of Allegiance was not for people of color. It was not for Native Americans. It was about the colonial system and the Lord proprietors and all those people who were conquering this land from the natives. Yet we are now programmed to say the Pledge of Allegiance unconsciously, thinking about what we are pledging our allegiance to. We as Christians, Muslims, whatever your religious belief is, we're told by the scriptures and by the Creator, no matter what you call him, that thou shalt not have any other God before them. When you pledge your allegiance to a flag or a country, that is pledging yourself to a God. And I'm not trying to get political, and I'm not trying to get religious and spiritual, but the point being that when you put someone in that position, right, because saying the Pledge of Allegiance becomes automatic to a lot of people, right? It just comes out naturally and no one thinks about what's being said. When you put someone in that type of position, man, you are doing more harm than you are good, okay? You're doing more harm than what's good. And if you guys want to chime in, this is your opportunity. Call me on Hangouts, Google Hangouts, go into your Gmail account right now. Go call me on Google Hangouts and do a voice call and chime in and let me know your views on this particular situation. Tell me what you think. Was there a better way to handle it? Tell me if you don't even agree with me. That's fine as well. I can take ridicule and criticism. But like I said, you know, I would hate to lose subscribers over this, but I gotta call it the way it is, man. I gotta call BS when I see BS, man. And it's this game now that you know, these artists are playing with people, man. And I get it. You know, I get it. Controversy is good. You know what I mean? I of all people understand how media and marketing work. And so with media and marketing, you know, it's always been and has been, any publicity is good publicity, right? But again, we are in a very sensitive place right now as a country, as a world, okay, that we can't have any more division. That color line and that divide and conquer, that division needs to stop, man. So, you know, I'm getting ready to go to the chat real quick, guys, and see some of the comments and statements that you guys are making and seeing if you agree with me or you disagree with me. Either way, and I'm going to address it. But like I said, if you want to be heard, this is your time to call me, you know, on my Google Hangouts. Let's do a voice call. Let's chop it up. This is your opportunity to answer questions as well if you really want to. And just know that I'm recording, so if you don't want your voice heard, you don't have to call. However, this is where we are. Let me go real quick to the chat and find out what everybody's saying. So I'm gonna start back up a little bit. First, let me get my Mexican. It's the first thing I read. Let me get my bearings real quick. Dope Entertainment says, white, Mexican, black, Afghan, see my vision, look me up, fan, contact me, I need a manager. Like, all right, I got you on that. They hid that for some reason. MBK Triple X says, yeah, that doesn't make much sense on Kendrick Lamar's part at all. Ginger Ninja says, what's up, SG? Thank you for bringing up the subject to me. This is a thing that I wish to see dead for a long time. Well, everything that brings division, really, but unity should be the future. Yes, 100%. Unity should be our future and should be our future. My Gmail account is musicmillionaires@gmail.com. Musicmillionaires, one word, @gmail.com. Dope Entertainment says, you don't have to say the N-word to be a great rapper. 100%. Crazy and Love Redneck 91. Yo, man, I messed up the name, bro. Crazy and Love Redneck 91. Love that, bro. I feel as an artist, you got to remember you are a voice for the voiceless. 100%, I agree with you. Jay Gizmo said, if it's wrong for her to say it, that makes it completely wrong for him to write it. Couldn't be said no better, Jay Gizmo. I promise you, I couldn't be said no more. And you guys realize, right, what's going to happen. The Kendrick Lamar fans who want to chastise me later on when they see this video are going to go hard, and they're going to troll hard, and they're going to say how completely wrong I am, and he has the right to, you know, to write whatever he wants. And then we're going to get into the whole amendments and the constitutional rights of freedom of expression and freedom to this. You know that shit's coming, right? Y'all know that's coming. And again, you're right. They're going to be right for whatever their views are, but I'm going to say the same thing. If that's the case, she should have had the right to say it as well. So, you know, it's going to be two folds, you know what I mean? And those of you who are watching the rebroadcast of this, please, again, I'm only calling it the way I see it. Dope Entertainment, which YouTube actually flagged your comment, but you have a very valid point. Dope Entertainment says, my Mexican homies say the N-word in their raps and get no backlash yet. LOL. And that's because most ethnicities, the Arabs, the Mexicans, the Jamaicans, the Barbadians, all these people are still considered and have been called different forms of the N-word. You know what I mean? So it's sort of hard for people of color to get mad at people of color for saying something they've been called as well, okay? But when we look at the definition of the N-word, right, of course the root being Niger, from Nigeria, right, and it was originally denoted as a term to identify black, no different than the word morenos or more came into existence. It was also just a way of defining black, not necessarily a place on the continent. The word now has been taken out of context and redefined as someone low down, disgusting, dirty, filthy, basically the nastiest of nasty, right? So with that understanding, it was a word being used in a derogatory way to identify people of lower or considered as subspecies or lower standards than the elite people. But this was applicable to anybody. It wasn't about just color. And it's the same way, like I have to tell a lot of people when it comes to slavery. When you hear the word slave, people automatically denote African Americans, right? But for my people, a slave we was all put in slavery. Most of our native people, the Seminoles, the Yamasee, the Creek, we were put in slavery as well, right? And we're not from Africa. So the word now becomes synonymous with one particular ethnicity of people. And it's the same thing with the word, the N-word, Niger. Because anybody can be a Niger. See, I'm gonna roll with this one. Let's see. NBKXX, Triple X says it's pretty effed up. We from the Bay Area, the most diverse state in the world, 100. Good, great. Again, my Gmail is, let me type the Gmail in the comments. And like even this subject is, listen, this topic is so sensitive. Like we started out with like 30, 40 viewers all at one time. And when we start talking about this, people start dropping off, man. Share this in your Twitter feed. Share it in your Instagram. We got to talk about this, man, because we as the music producers and future, you guys are the future music millionaires. You're going to have to change this, man. You know what I mean? And we got to change it one way, fashion, or form. Arcade McFly says, Kendrick Lamar is wrong. He wrote the lyrics and he wanted a white person to sing it knowing that that person was going to say it. Kendrick was wrong. 100%. I said that at the very beginning of the video, that he could have chosen a different person to come up there and sing it. If he wanted his words to be recited, why not just choose someone of African American descent or darker skin to come up and recite the words? Why choose this white girl? You know what I mean? Was it because you wanted to see if the white girl actually knew your lyrics? Come on, you know, if she didn't know your lyrics, she wouldn't have came on stage, okay? She wouldn't have, I wouldn't have felt comfortable coming on stage knowing that I may have to possibly rap the lyrics I didn't know. So he knew that she knew the lyrics, and then why would you do that to her? You know what I mean? You got a song called Don't Kill My Vibe. Why not have her sing that? You know what I mean? My Twitter is Music Millionaires as well. All you have to do is type in SG1 Music Millionaires. Marcel Schultz says, the lady was only performing the lyrics in no way it was meant to be racist or anything. Exactly, 100%, brother, 100%. Dope Entertainment says publicity stunt. Yes, and I truly believe that, man. Again, this has to be a subject that has to be talked about because right now it's getting hundreds of thousands of views. People are really trending it. You know, they were talking about it. And again, it has to stop somewhere. We have to start changing the message. Again, you guys are the musicians. You guys are the producers. You guys are the voice. And let me explain something to you as well, because I don't think you guys really get it. This was so important to us, okay? The reason why I need your help spreading the message and getting this channel out there and we get more subscribers is because the more producers, the more musicians, the more of you guys come together in a group, right? And we're on the same level. We are the voice that they have to listen to. You guys, whether you got a placement right now or not, you will be getting placements. You're a voice. And when a group of us come together and start speaking and talking about things that is disheartening, we have the power to change things. That's what you have to understand. That's why it's so important that if you hear this message and you get the message that I'm giving to you guys, that you share with people this channel, because we empower them. Your money, your attention span, your support to these artists. You understand? They are influenced. This is why it was they tripped about Kanye West talking about the slave statement that people slavery was a choice. Okay, they tripped about that because of his influence. Because if you start making people think that way, right, then you take away what we've worked so hard to embed in people programming. Okay, and that's something else I want to tell you guys. As musicians, I've constantly said to you the power that you have as a producer, as a musician, as a rapper, as a songwriter, the power that you have to change people's mindset, to tune into how they're feeling, to tune into or make their day feel one way or make their day feel another way. You have the power to incite people. Think about what I'm saying to you, man. You guys have the power to change the way a person feel like that. That's why it's so important that we comprehend what's going on with the Kendrick Lamar and the N-word, and what are we going to do about these type of things. Now, I'm not trying to incite a riot or, you know, incite negativity, because the brother still has to eat. I'm just saying we have to start making these people more responsible, because you cannot put people, that's basically being a hypocrite. You cannot put people in bad situations and then chastise them as you created the situation. I have been put in that so many times. People create situations and then want to chastise you or talk about you like you're the problem. I'm like, well, yo, you set the ball up to be dunked. You know what I mean? What? You get what I'm saying? That's the thing that we have to understand. And again, this is what I've been trying to teach you guys. Again, the science of music. The science of music is one that is so deep, man. You understand? And it is one that I've witnessed and bore witness to, and I've listened to conversations I've had with your big time rappers and producers, and I've heard I've heard the craziest things, right? Like, you know, trying to control energy of the crowd, wanting to control energy. So to them, it's a science. And this is the thing that you as musicians need to truly understand. Now, if you don't agree with me with all this, man, you know, that's fine. You have your rights. I'm just looking at it from the standpoint of two sides, okay? Arcade McFly says, I believe it was a choice. Let me go back. The Ashley Road 2018. You got my support. I appreciate you, brother. Ginger Ninja says, word up. And it's still cool for blacks to call whites crackers, right? But now let's talk about that real quick. The word cracker was denoted from the aspect of the whip. When the plantation manager, the overlord or the overseer would crack the whip on a black's back, or African American's back, or a slave's back, that's where the word comes from. The word cracker comes from that. And it was denoted as a thing of honor, because everyone could not crack the whip, which is why a lot of older white people don't mind being called a cracker. It doesn't bother them. It's only your generation that may have offense to it, because you didn't know the root of the word, but for them it was a badge of honor. So I want to make sure I'm trying to educate you guys at the same time. Right. And let me finish what you said. What's up with treating someone the way you treat yourself, you wish to be treated? Correct. Dieter DeCube says, Deep, thank you, brother. We've only touched the top of this. Like I said, I've lost a lot of subscribers already. I don't mean people going to unsubscribe, but it has to be talked about. And I'm not scared to talk about these things because it's about the music business. And you guys need to know the science behind the music business. Dope Entertainment, brother, you have to consider managing my label. You are a wise man. Bruh, listen, man, if you ready to pay and take care of these bills and my children, I got you, bro. I got you. Any one of y'all want me to come manage your label, bring the money, I can take care of my babies, I got you. 100%. All right. DJ Chuckle says, like personally, I'm 24 years old and I've been black my entire life. I know when someone is using the N-word in a racist tone or demeanor. And I get exactly what you mean. You can tell the difference from when it's being said in a derogatory way and it's said with malice versus it being said just in, you know, a general term or just a use. And I can relate to that because here in South Carolina, which is where I'm at, they have this terminology. They like to use the word bo, right? Bo. And I don't like to be called bo. I say bo because two things. First, it denotes the word Sambo. And then secondly, bo is short for boy. They just took the Y off. And so it's something that a lot of the white people say here, you know what I mean? Because there's South Carolina is still one of the most racist states there is, even though it's subsided and it's not the younger generation per se. It's still a lot of the older generation who's pushing it on their children. But that word is being used as well constantly, and it has a negative connotation to it. So I can definitely relate to what you're saying. Ginger Ninja says, and don't get me wrong, I've always revered and looked up to black culture such as hip hop, soul, and funk more than anything else. And with the years, world music, etc., F barriers and segregation. Respect. Sky High Beats, you just getting in. You're like, hey, what's up? We House Life. We having a very deep conversation about Kendrick Lamar and the N-word and how him chastising the girl for Delaney for using it in his concert. Oh, thanks for clearing it up. Love never minded it really. Just saying it might not have the original honorable vibe today, but for me, no F's given. All right. Okay, guys, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate all of the comments and everything that you guys have said. Like I said, again, if you want it to be heard, feel free to hang out and call me. And you let your voice be heard, and I'll use it for my podcast. You guys as well, make sure, you guys, if you haven't, I got to figure out which one it is. I'll put the podcast information below because we're going to be talking about this type of stuff. And I'm going to be contacting a lot of you guys for that podcast. I'm going to be really communicating with you guys and getting your views and talking to you about the music business. And I'll be doing interviews with you guys and trying to help you out. And I'll be literally calling you. So if you haven't, make sure that if you're not a Music Millionaires member, at least add me to your Hangouts so that I can schedule a call with one of you guys. And you never know who it may be, you know, and I'll call you and ask you questions and figure out how I can help you, man. And it'll be used for the broadcast, for the podcast. But hey, guys, I really appreciate you guys checking in on this particular episode about the Kendrick Lamar thing. And again, if I said something that you guys don't like, you know, I apologize for being real because I'm a realist. And my world and my baby's world is one of reality. And so I'm only calling it the way I see it, and there has to be a level of responsibility that someone has to make sure that our artists take upon themselves and not try to make everybody else look bad. What I do love the most is that we were able to have a conversation of a sensitive matter, whites, blacks, multi-ethnic people, producers. That's what you guys are, okay? The 18,000 of you now, yeah, 2,000 subscribers and I think a week extra. But the 18,000 of you that are following me, and those of you who came from Machine Masters and the rest of you that's coming that may see this video and may subscribe, you know, we are multi-ethnic, and our goal as producers is one thing we have in common. We're trying to be successful. As musicians, we're trying to be successful. As fathers, as sons, as brothers, uncles, whatever your family title is, you just want to be successful, or you want to be the best at what you do in music, you know what I mean? Either way, however it is, I want you guys to have the science. I want you to be real because I'll be honest with you. What makes you successful is you. That same conversation, these same conversations you've had with me here. Oh, let's see why we can't hear you. You're being picked up everywhere but on my speakers. So let me do this. All right, guys, so we do have a call. We got somebody called in, and for some unknown reason, my speakers are not. Oh, no wonder. Can you say something for me now?
Hey, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. I can hear you now. Peace and blessings. Who am I speaking with?
This is JKOS on Facebook. Well, on YouTube, it was Crazy in Love Redneck. That's an old YouTube page. I ain't put up my new artist page yet.
Crazy in Love Redneck. What's going on with you, Crazy in Love Redneck? I appreciate it and really respect, man, some of your statements that you made. I think you have a very, very valid point. But you called because you want to chop it up with us a little bit. So give me some insight. What do you feel about this whole Kendrick Lamar thing, man?
See, man, I'm from Selma, Alabama originally. That is my hometown. It's, the heart of the civil rights movement, all that. I grew up in a small town about 50 miles west of it.
Right.
In Demopolis, Alabama. And we're all just a big family.
Okay.
When I was growing up, I never seen the racial.
You still there? Something happened with your mic. I sound like you snuffed out a little bit. There you go. There you go.
But like, I grew up here in Alabama. A lot of people say it's one of the most racist states. Right. But I grew up in a small town that was 50 miles west of Selma and Demopolis. And when I moved here, I was automatically an outsider. But it wasn't the white folks that accepted me.
Right.
It was the black folks. And I've got a lot of respect for all cultures because I've seen what's went on. And I love history. I love learning about the past so we can learn how to move forward from it.
Right.
But him bringing a woman on stage, that's just messed up. You can't do that to your fans.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So in a situation like that, if you were put in a situation like that, how would you have handled it?
Well, if I was to bring a fan on stage, a lot of my lyrics that I write, they don't use any kind of derogatory language. So I wouldn't have to worry about my fans coming on stage saying something that a lot of people in this country here lately feel as a fan it's wrong. But
right.
As a fan, aren't you supposed to love your artist's lyrics?
Yes, I agree with you. Yes.
Whether it's in some people's eyes right or wrong. Like, I got a classmate of mine over here. He's an up-and-coming artist. He's had Pastor Troy on a song with him and stuff. And he had a challenge. It was the 1, 2, 3 challenge going on. You might have heard of him on Facebook or anything new. And it says the N-word a lot in the song.
Right.
I told him, man, I don't feel comfortable doing the challenge like I would in a heartbeat.
Right.
But I don't feel comfortable because I'm not ready to have all the threats coming up in my inbox.
Right. 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 Because reality still tells you that people are going to take what you say as a racist or have a racist connotation because of your skin tone and color.
Correct.
I got you. I got you. Now let me ask you this: do you have any blacks or mixed children in your family, or?
My son is actually mixed.
Get out of here.
And yeah, and I got 2 mixed.
You're mixed, baby?
Yeah, he's mixed.
I like that.
Hi, who are you?
Hey, how are you doing?
Baby.
Hey, I can hear you. How you doing?
Good.
Good. Good. Do you understand what we're talking about here?
No.
He walked in on the conversation as soon as he heard me on the phone.
Okay, all right. So you're in a situation where you have a multiracial child, and so of course you look at things a lot differently, obviously, than anyone else. But you still have the respect to know that there's boundaries that you still wouldn't cross.
Yes, correct. And see, like over here, my friends, this is one of the jokes they got with me, because one of the mamas that raised me over here, you know, she basically looked at me one day in high school and said, "I don't give a damn what your skin color is. Your ass ain't white. You black as that asphalt outside."
Right.
So, my town's a little bit more lenient, and we tried to get along.
Right. Right. And I can understand that as well, because as a Native American, you know, a lot of people are adopted into tribes, and skin tone isn't looked at. It's about the way you're raised of the traditional ways. So I can definitely respect that. Now, if Kendrick Lamar saw this particular video, and it's a strong possibility he will, you know, what message would you have for Kendrick Lamar?
Like, man, if you're gonna write music and you want your fans of all cultures, all races to come sing, you can't chaticize them on stage. That's basically defeating the purpose. And as an artist, you've got to be, and I wouldn't necessarily say an idol for your fans, but they've got to have someone to look up to. Or this younger generation that I've seen is losing a lot of its old ways.
Right. Right.
And we've got, as a music community, we've got to speak.
So you say as a music community, we got to speak up, and he has to take a little responsibility to understanding the demographics of his fans. I got you.
Correct.
All right. So while I got you on here, man, give us a shout out. Let us know where we can see you at and listen to some of your music. You know what I mean? Where can the guys check out some of your music later on?
Well, I'm still getting some music written. It was a complete accident. A buddy of mine, it's an up-and-coming label. He was vice president of it, and he felt like I had more of a chance than what I felt, because I've never felt like it was good enough, you know?
Right.
First time writing 8 bars for the company, and it was literally my first time ever even writing a verse. They told me I had a raw talent that they wanted to mold.
Right.
And but first song that will be coming out is gonna be Bama Mud. It just talks about, you know, the life in Alabama, mud, and, you know, all that fun stuff.
All right. And what artist name are you gonna go by?
I'm going by the name J Chaos.
Spell that for me.
J, then Chaos.
J Chaos. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, J Chaos, man. Listen, I appreciate you, chiming in and giving your views, and thank you, baby boy, for helping your family in on the matter and chiming in as well, man. And I appreciate you calling in, guys, and really taking that opportunity to let your voice be heard and express what you feel about this whole situation. Because like I said, I don't think it's going to blow over anytime soon. I really think this is going to be elevated a little bit more. I think at some point in time,
and it don't help with the media. It really don't.
It doesn't help with the media. Media is doing a terrible job with this situation. But Jay, I appreciate you contacting me, bro.
Nah, man, I appreciate you letting me come on here and at least talk about it with you.
No problem, man. Appreciate you, man. Peace and blessings, and have a good one. And by the way, before we go, is there anything you want to ask me a question? Is there anything I can help you with?
Right now, I wouldn't. Yeah, like, okay. With me being a new artist, any advice?
Like, just give me an example as a new artist. Well, let me start with this since you said that. And I know what we're talking about in the subject line, but we're going to, real quick, as a new artist, make sure that you focus on your writing and always present your music like you would a video. So always remember the very first thing that you want to do is create a dynamic hook. The hook is just that. It's a hook. You want to capture your audience, capture them by the first lines that you spit out your mouth, and then also make sure you tell the story in as short of a time frame as you can. So, those are the things I want you to understand, because you really have like 15 to 20 seconds to grab your potential fan base's attention. And to do that, you got to have a dynamic hook, then you got to have a hellified story. So that's the first thing, and the thing that I would share with you as a new and up-and-coming artist, okay?
All right, and I appreciate it, man.
I appreciate you.
One.
You do the same. All right, guys, so, that was a writer out of, I think he said Mississippi or Alabama. It's one or two, and I apologize if I got it wrong, because I was listening, but I was also trying to pay attention to what you were saying. But peace and blessings, everybody that just came into the channel. Big ups to DLR Music. Who else? Who else is here? Dope Entertainment. All you guys got to do is call me. You know what I mean? Let's chop it up. DJ Chuckle says that Kendrick lost some respect for me for that, and he's too woke for that. I agree with you 100%. He's very woke for that type of situation. A1 Capone 74 says, guess it all matters what lane you look from. Kendrick came out pro-black though, and I wouldn't see him go about it any other way. All right, and I agree with that. He did come out pro-black, and that's the point. At some point in time, you make that transition, okay? Because your message is what people can agree with. And I don't think Kendrick actually is just pro-black. Let's not say that. I think Kendrick is anti the system. I think he is anti the society that we've created and now is watching. Because any of you guys who are born in the 70s or even older, but if you're born in the 70s like myself or 80s, then you have watched the society that we live in transition, right? Transition into a world that none of us could have foresaw. None of us could have foreseen what is taking place right now, okay? We live literally in a Mad Max type society, and that's just, I think I might have went to the extreme with that, just thinking about the verbiage. But when you look at where we've come from as a society, growing up, and the things are now acceptable, it's hell, bro. So I think that Kendrick may not necessarily be pro-black, because I think anyone of skin tone is pro-black or pro-whatever color you are. I think, though, that we are all now in a society that is anti-defamation, anti-BS, anti-bigotry, anti-all of that. And I think that's what his music represents, which is why the fan base and the fans that he has gravitated toward him so much. And I don't think the use of the word in Nigeria plays a part in that. However, again, there's a level of responsibility. Who I am to you guys is who I am not to my children. So as real as I am with you all, I have a whole nother responsibility to my babies and my children that I cannot say I can't have views. I have to grandfather them in to be able to understand who I am as an adult and who I am as their father and things of that nature. So my point being, and what I was trying to actually say, and I think I got off subject a little bit, was that in our growth of evolution, who we are now is not who we're going to be 10 years from now, right? So Kendrick Lamar as a rapper, as a musician, okay, as an artist, who he was 10 years ago, obviously is who he is not right now. And that's the growth that I think we have come to expect from our artists. And this is also why a lot of artists do not make it past the one-hit wonders, okay? This is why you're not hearing any more from the Young M.A.'s or these other artists that drop one track or song, because they can't grow. They're stuck in that arena of trying to produce and create the same music that it got to us. But again, we live in a society now where our attention span is like this, right? Like this. We're looking for like what's hot. All right, so so-and-so did that already. You know what I mean? Takeshi did that. Trippie Redd did that. You know what I mean? All these rappers that you guys are loving, they did all that. You sound just like him. You know, I can just go listen to him. So we are in a world where everything should evolve. And Kendrick Lamar is not immune to that as well. He has to grow. He has to learn how to grow. He has to respect what he has, who he has as a fan base. And he has to understand that it's my duty, and it's my job the same way, guys. I'm not going to put you guys in a bad situation. That's my job. That's why you subscribe. That's why you watch me. I'm not going to put you in a bad situation. I'm not going to give you bad information. You get what I'm saying? If something changes from the time that I originally made a video and I told you something and I have not caught up on it, I expect you guys to check me on it, right? You're supposed to check me. You're like, hey, SG, that's not correct. This is, but you got to be responsible as well. You got to say, well, okay, he did this video in 2012 or 2013 or 2014, so I know he don't know, but you're still supposed to say, hey man, things have changed, so I can update you guys or whoever is still watching this stuff so that I'm giving you the correct information. So it works the same way. You got to be responsible, and he has to be responsible. All right, I'm going to, because I know this is getting dragged out a little bit, guys, and we've touched the grunt of this. A1 Capone says, guess it all matters what lane you look from. Kendrick came out pro-black. Okay, I think we read that. Dasty Rogue said post. I guess she was talking about J Chaos's link. YK Sin says peace from Miami. YK Sin in the house, artist, producer, video production. YK, peace and blessings. Welcome to the channel. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, okay? And thank you for chiming in the chat. Dope Entertainment, California Bay Area is the perfect place to go escape the majority of racism. Word, I lived in Northridge and Los Angeles, Hollywood, Santa Monica. All that was our playground, Santa Clarita, all of that. I can't stand the 101 when traffic is there, but Los Angeles is that place that is a melting pot of ethnicity. It's like Miami, and that's what I loved about it, and everybody's on their A game. I'm just playing catch up, guys. James Campbell Video says Houston, Texas. Peace to Houston, Texas. Love Texas. That's a big ass state too. Oh my God, you are like in the twilight zone when you go to Texas, man. Like you can ride through one county and then go through another county, then come back, and then you see the same county you just rode from an hour ago. Y'all have the twilight zone. Texas is a big state. It's something crazy about Texas. Dieter D Cube says, nada. I dig it. Thanks for the real. You're more than welcome, guys. And man, again, I appreciate you guys. And if you haven't, and if you guys are new to this channel, you just happen to stance against because of the title or whatnot, make sure you subscribe. Check it out, because we're dropping a whole bunch of other things. When we get past this shit, right, we can get past this Kendrick Lamar issue. I'm dropping more videos. And make sure you guys check out tomorrow the new video that's dropping tomorrow. And I'm talking about $50,000 a year. $50,000 a year that you guys could be making if you change one thing about what you're doing in your music career. If you do one thing, it's one word I'm going to be using to tell you and show you. I'm going to give you the website, so make sure you guys, when it drops, you go to that website as well. But there's one thing you guys need to be paying attention to in order to change your circumstance right now, because money is the key, okay? Money is the key. And we're all trying to live a better life. I hope we're all trying to live a better life. You know what I mean? Some of us probably already have money. Some of us are probably born with family with money. But if you are not, and if you're not just doing this for a hobby, then tomorrow I'm going to talk about what you can be doing to make $50,000 a year. And I never give you ish that is not real or tangible. And all of you who've been following me, you know this. I've never given you BS or something that is not tangible or real. So make sure tomorrow you look out for it. It's going to drop about 9 o'clock. And also, man, you guys tell me more things that you want me to talk about, and more subjects or whatever we're doing here in the channel, things that you want to see improved upon, whatever it is, man. Drop me a line at Music Millionaires. It's in the chat, musicmillionaires@gmail.com, and give me some ideas, man, so that you can see we can change on this show. All right, and I got another statement I can look at right here and see it. Favorite producer says, everything Dr. Dre does is a calculated step, and he's teaching Kendrick Lamar the same. 100% correct. What happens though, what happens is when we get caught up in the moment, we cannot script those type events. We cannot script what happens there. You gotta understand energy. And this, I want you guys to really hear me for once. Before I get off of this. Energy makes you do crazy things at times. You can absorb energy. Matter of fact, if you ever been to an event and shook a lot of hands or been around a bunch of people, then afterwards, after that event or after that concert, you feel tired and drained and you sleep for a day or two, well, that's because you've taken on all this energy, right? Your body literally absorbs energy, right? So even though Dre is good, okay, Dre is great. I'm not gonna say that because I learned a lot from Dre. Literally, I learned a lot. There's things that you just cannot plan for. You just can't plan for. And I think this is one of them situations Kendrick couldn't plan for. Now, what I would expect him to say, if enough people chime in on these type videos that are saying he was wrong for that and he shouldn't have put that girl in a situation, what I would expect him to say, and he should say, is not necessarily retraction, but that he could have dealt with it a different way and or not do it at all. Okay, or like I said before earlier, put someone of color on stage and let them recite it. All right, because I'll tell you something as well. If you were doing a show and you had, and I've been there, matter of fact, check out my video. Go back through my old videos, guys, and you'll see me where we're flying out with Dre on the private jet. We're on the G5, and we're going to the show with him and M and all these guys and Jay and them performing. And you are around, and you'll see in the video, when you're around like 100,000 people, not 5,000, not 10,000. You're around 100,000 people, and they're in the motion, and they're in the flow, and everything is ebbing and flowing, and everybody's enjoying themselves. You're not going to stop a show to chastise 10, 15, 20, 30,000 of your white fans for saying the N-word. Not going to happen. So if he just allowed someone of color to get up there and say the word and just let the show keep moving, I don't think we'd be having this conversation at all. But even the calculated aspect of it, Kendrick don't need any more celebritism when it comes to, you know, everybody knows Kendrick. He's in his moment. Kendrick is already a legacy. He is a legend, okay, amongst the music industry. He's always going to be in this particular, so he has to do something really effed up. He has to do something really crazy to knock himself down, okay? Dope Entertainment says a strategy for statistics. He don't need it. Trust me, he don't need it. He could have just posted they could have just posted the footage of the concert and statistics would have worked. However, I will agree with you that it is media driven, but I'll tell you guys again, until you have been in the show and in the moment, I'm telling you, it's a wave that you ride. It's a wave that you ride, right? And you just flow with things, and then sometimes you think about like, what the hell did I do? You know what it's like? It's like one of them, a female having sex with somebody like an ugly guy, right? Because she was drinking, and then she got to think about like, oh my God, I just woke up with this dude, right? Same thing for you guys. You know, you wake up, you might have had one too many drinks, and this girl that you really didn't want to be in your life, you know, gets you because you drunk, and then you wake up regretting it. I think, you know, that's all it is. You get caught up in the moment, and I think he really got caught up in the moment. But I do think, again, he has to be responsible for his stuff. He got to be responsible. All right, guys, look here, man. We chiming down, we winding down a little bit, and I'm glad you guys came in and checked me out. But again, I'm gonna edit this video. I'm gonna rebroadcast it. I'm gonna show the footage at hand. You know, you guys be able to share it. Like I said, make sure you share this channel. Bring your friends in. Bring all your producers' friends in. Go to your groups. Add. We need more musicians to come in and think alike and be alike. And we need to start doing more collaborations. I'm holding you guys to doing this, okay? Holding you guys to this. And I'm proud of you guys as well. I'm proud of you because you guys didn't sugarcoat it. You didn't dance around this. When you saw this in your Gmail account and you saw that what I was talking about, you guys chimed right in. You know what I mean? So I respect all of you who've made a comment on this channel. I respect all of you who came in and voiced your opinion. I respect all of you who can understand the bigger picture. And I respect you as producers and musicians. And I hope no one think I'm just trolling Kendrick right now because it's going to make for good views or anything like that. I don't give a damn about that. But I do think, though, that there's a level of responsibility. And I think you guys are one of the people who it really should matter to, okay? And I'm going to take a couple more questions before I get off. However, thank you guys again for showing up on this. DLR Music said one night stand from hell. Right. NRGJT says he should have ignored it. 305 kept it moving. And that's another option. You're right about that. He definitely could have ignored it and kept it moving. Mo Grizzly, respect. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. All right. DLR Music, that's what I'm talking about. Collaborate, that's what he's saying in the thing. And I could be looking at it right here. I'm going to look at it so that way my attention span isn't shifted. But yes, collaboration is key because that's what we've done. We've sat down and collaborated with some of the best to put out the best music. And if you doubt what I'm saying, go back to Kush. That Kush, we sat down with a ton of producers and writers to make that happen. NRGJT says, hey, I do voiceovers and can sing, and all of them over 100. What's best av for me to take? Well, if you can do voiceovers, matter of fact, check out the Fiverr video that I just did. $2,000 for 60. Is it 60 seconds? Matter of fact, the next video that I'm doing, we talk about that. We talk about that as well. Okay. But if anybody can link to the last video I did with $2,000, 60-second beats, please put that link in the channel chat real quick so that the brother can see it. YK Sin, you gonna do a free channel intro for me? Appreciate it, bro. I need that, man. Nobody give me ish. No one gives me nothing, man. I don't get no gifts, man. Y'all be surprised. I don't get any gifts. I get a lot of thank you. I love that. You guys give me a lot of thank you. And you let me know that I'm really working for you. Dieter Cube. Wait, what? Kush? Yes, the Kush song with Akon, Dre. Those lyrics that Dre wrote. Yeah, we was in the lab, pen and pad. All right. So yes. Okay. So Diasti Rogue 2018 says I have a question about the collab process, but I'm definitely game. No problem. Just ask the question or send an email and I got you. Mo Grizzly says email sent. And Dieter the Cube says, yes. You're gonna you're gonna find out who we are, bro. I'm not one of these fly by night dudes. Like I said, I've retired from that part of the business. Sly is still doing it. If you haven't paid attention, Sly is actually on Snoop Dogg's new album, and you can see him singing with Snoop Dogg on Jimmy Kimmel. I think about 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe even a month now. But check him out. So my brother's still working with Snoop Dogg and Dre, and he's still doing his thing. And I'm over here doing the business side, running the publishing company, and all this other good stuff. Mo Grizzly, I got the visual intro. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And listen, guys, you know, the gist of my reason for doing this video is now over. But I want to hang out with you guys for a little while. So if you got any questions or anything you want to know, again, you can hit me up on Hangouts, musicmillionaires@gmail. Ask me any questions you want. This is the time to get it in. You know what I'm saying? Or if you just ask me questions in the chat. NRJT says, how much cash does it take to get an EP off the ground? All right, well, it's very detailed. You know what I mean? We can go in details. However, when you're looking at doing an EP, which really EPs are really played out. Don't even do EPs no more. Y'all really should just be dropping singles, okay, till you really get a fan base built up. But EP, it all depends on how much you want to spend on your marketing. That's the heavy part. Also, it all depends on whether or not you have studio access or you have access to studio or record yourself and you have the proper tools to do it. And all those things determine. I like to tell people, when you're looking for figures, it really just it's really based and determined on what you have as resources. Resources determine how much you're gonna spend on, you know, putting out some music. But the thing you should focus on most is your fan base and marketing. Okay. Well, yo, let's do that. You know what I mean? I like James Campbell video says, let's have a contest to do a theme song for you. Run with it. You came up with it. Let's go, bro. Let's go. No, you trying to get on camera, aren't you? Let's go with it, James. If you, I'm down. I support it. I need a theme song. Let's go, man. I really appreciate it. DeMario Townsend, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. And this is Miku, everybody. Miku, say hi. Tell everybody hi. Look at the camera and say hi.
Hi.
All right, so if you're going to come in here, you got to be on camera. You getting ready? Look. Say hi.
Hi.
Put that, so. There you go. All right.
Hi.
All right, E Hill says, how many beats should go on my website to start out? Well, to start out, you want at least 10 tracks, and depending on what you're selling them for, I would at least put 10 to 20 tracks on your website so that you have at least an album worth, and that's the best answer. Put out at least an album worth of music on your website so that way a potential client or fan has enough of your material that they can choose from. Okay, so NRGJT said just need to master it. All right, well, master it. And listen, when it comes to all this stuff, I'm talking to you guys, you musicians now. Pay attention. Pay attention. Stop paying for others to do stuff that you can do yourself. Start going online. The reason why I don't cover everything, which I'm gonna convert eventually once the subscriber base picks up. But the reason why I don't teach everything is because it's all online for you guys now. You can learn how to master your music, you can learn how to mix, you can learn how to do everything you need right now online. So stop depending on others to master and do your music, okay? And I'm not jumping on you, brother. I wasn't trying to jump on you, just being honest, okay? Any questions? Any more questions? All right. I'm just making sure I didn't miss any other questions in here. If you guys are having no questions, I get off. I make it real simple. And while I'm doing this, let me stop. All right, guys. And DLR Music, who you calling Lil Man? Who you calling Lil Man? Okay, look out for your music. All right, guys. Appreciate you, man. Staying in. I'll do one better for you. That's the email. All right. Thank you, YK Skin. Appreciate you so much. Oh, YK Sin, not YK Skin, excuse me. And Diasti Rogue 2018. Appreciate you as well. All right, man. All right, guys. So if you guys don't have any more questions or you just want to chop it up with me in my email, make sure you hit me up. I'm in the office for about another hour. Got a lot of stuff to do. Also, look out. I got some stuff I'm working on for you guys. Again, if you haven't already, make sure you go by DistroKid and get that digital distribution for the $20 a year minus the 7% discount as a VIP member of Music Millionaires and as a subscriber. Take advantage of that, take advantage of that, take advantage of that. They're also my sponsor. They make all this stuff happen so I don't have to come out of pocket anymore to keep the lights on. So make sure you guys check out DistroKid, and I'll have it in the link below, and go sign up, sign up, sign up. Also, check out Music Gateway for you guys that are looking for TV and sync placements. Make sure you check out Music Gateway, and all of those links are in all of my videos, and they'll be in this one as well. So make sure you check out Music Gateway. Last but not least, who else is it? Oh my God. Oh, that's right. And I have a bunch of stuff coming out to teach you guys about how you can start making more money. So after this video here drops tomorrow, I'm on the money thing right now with you guys, okay? And I'm not going to give you anything that is not tangible and not real that you can't make money on. So I'm on my money tip right now and getting that money bag with you guys. So watch out for a video, because I just negotiated an agreement with another company. I'm negotiating agreements. That's what I do. I do this so that you guys can have opportunity to make more money and be empowered yourself. Because I know a lot of you guys also said to me that you want to start YouTube channels, but they don't monetize until you get, I think, 4,000 or 400,000. I don't know which one it is. Correct me. 4,000 watch time minutes or views, or 400,000. I don't know which one it is, or 1,000 subscribers. But Robert Weaver, thank you so much. Diasti, thank you as well. But I came up with a solution for you guys to be able to do your YouTube videos and make money with what you do best, which is music, okay? So I want you guys to look out for that video. And again, if you are subscribed, make sure you hit the bell notification so that you can get that video when I drop it. All right, guys? So like I said, I'm working on some things. I got some more phone calls to make overseas, and I got to call Cali real quick to work out some things as well and see where we are. But make sure that you support. And again, share this channel, guys. We are growing so fast right now, and I want to thank you guys for that. Because it comes from you guys watching and liking and commenting, and then sharing on your Twitter and sharing on your Instagram and sharing on Facebook. Keep doing the same thing. I want to try to at least hit 50,000 subscribers by December, if possible. If you guys can help me get to 50,000 subscribers, I really appreciate it, because the more subscribers we have, the more stuff I can give you guys and start gifting you guys. And I'm going to start back visiting one of you guys. I'm making my trip around to get ready to go, okay? I'm getting ready, my man. I'm getting ready to come see you guys again. And so I'm coming to help one of you guys, all right? So once we, and that may be it. You know what? When we get to 50,000 subscribers, I'm coming and I'm spending some money on one of you guys to help you. I'm coming to your house and come to your studio and just run everything down, get you set up from beginning to end, or whatever it is you need help on, all right? So I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna come with a gift. So big ups. So let me just get some shout outs real quick for all those just coming into the channel. And Nur Music. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for coming into the channel, stepping in as well. DLR Music, you know, bro. You know what we get ready to do, man. So don't play, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get to this money, bro. All right. And again, Robert Weaver, thank you as well. All right. So for those of you just coming in, we've been on this thing now for, what is it saying? I can't even see it. Let me put my, well, this don't tell me how long we've been on here, but we've been on here for a while, and I'm saying that all of you guys who just chimed in, it's an hour and 6 minutes. If you have some questions or anything that you want to ask me, this is the time for you guys to ask and get those questions out of the way. This is your private session with me right now. This is your opportunity to do consultation with SG. And while I'm waiting on any further questions you guys might have, let me just check. All right. Okay. All right. All caught up. All right, guys. Twinks Beats. All right. Wacky Skin Word. Also, anyone in Miami need video production, hit me up. Yo, I'm going to be in Miami soon as well, bro. I'm going to be in Miami soon, and I'm going to be shooting some video there. I got to be in Miami because my cousins, you know, my family is the Mikosuki. So you already know who the Mikosuki are, so I have to go around and see one of my cousins, that's the Osceolas. So I may hit you up, man. You know what I mean? Listen, when I come to Miami, several things I like, bro. I like seafood. I like Jamaican food, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I got a bunch of my rosters, you know what I mean? My real friends down there, man, that hook me up when it comes to that food, bro. So when I come down, I'm gonna come see you, bro. And I like the whole video production, bro. And thank you for offering your services to people. Yes, you can call the office. I want to make sure I pronounce that right. In Hiskey. You can call the office 1-888-551-1790. We got to figure out what's going on with Stripe. I don't know, have no idea what's going on with Stripe, but they can take your payment over the phone. The ladies are there. Matter of fact, you can call now. I think, I don't know if they're busy or not. I can't hear, but you can call the office and they'll take the payments over the phone. So 1-888, let me put this in the thing. All right, and get that done. James Campbell Video says that the Ashanti mask on your neck. Why, it possibly might be. It was a gift from a Native American tribe in California. It was one of the elders, the medicine men, gave me this particular mask. His name is Danny, and he is with the, I think, the Navajo Apache, and that's so disrespectful not to know which tribe that is. Navajo. So he gave me this. Would you ever do beat battles for YouTube fans and subscribers? Yes, I would. Actually, you know what I'm thinking about doing, guys? I'm actually thinking about doing a 24-hour channel with you guys' music. So when we're not broadcasting business tips and things like that, I'm thinking about actually running with running you guys' music 24/7, right? Or with videos or something like that, and doing that. But again, you know, give me some ideas, man. You know, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for ideas. Okay. Come on, let's get it, bro. Let's get it. Let's get it. No more questions? No more questions? I'm free to go. I told you I'm here for you guys, man. This is the opportunity to take advantage of me being here, man. I'm here for you guys. So if you don't have no more questions, y'all don't want to know anything else, you know, just let me know and I'll end this particular video. Just let me know. You can do it. All right? All right. Let's see what else we got here real quick. Okay. That's what's up. All right. So we'll bring the beat battle back. We'll do the Hack My Beat challenge. We'll work on that as soon as possible. Okay? You guys like that, I take it. That's what's up, man. Okay. What else do we have here? All right. So we good, family? We good on everything? We good? Are we good, family? Are we good? Have any more questions for me? If not, I'm gonna say peace and blessings, guys. Y'all know what it is. The man that's you one more time. And always remember, music is life. We out, family.